Okay, good morning class. In the previous video, we spoke about the evergreen trees and I spoke to you about the deciduous trees which are found in India. Again, this is called as tropical deciduous forest, or this is also called as the monsoon forest. Again, why is it called as a tropical forest? Is because it is found in between the tropical region. Deciduous because it sheds all its leaves at the same time, and monsoon because it is found in the monsoon lands, and that is why we call it as the monsoon forest. Now the characteristics are, they are found in pure stands. We did talk about the term pure stands in the Zoom class also. Pure stands means when all the variety, all the species of, the same variety or the same species of trees are found at the same place, and then they are not very dense. Requirements are temperature between 25 to 27 degrees Celsius and rainfall between 150 to 200 centimeters. It is generally found in the regions leeward side of Western Ghats where the rainfall is less, Ganga plains up to the foothills of the Himalayas. And the examples are sal, which is used for construction and railway sleepers, teak, which is used for furniture and construction, sandalwood, cosmetics, incense sticks, carving and handicrafts, and semul, the matchboxes and toys. All this we had discussed in our Zoom class. So this is just a kind of revision which I have given it to you in the video. The third type of forest which we are going to do in detail is the thorn and the scrub forest. As the name suggests, thorn and scrub. Thorn means the leaves are modified into thorns, and scrub means the leaves are very small, bushes are very short, they are not very tall. Why? Because they can grow in areas of less than 100 centimeters of rainfall, and the temperature can go as high as 45 degrees Celsius. They are not very close to each other, they are scattered, they are thorny bushes, and therefore we also call them as the desert vegetation. Now, in this kind of trees or plants, roots are very long so that they can absorb water from deep within. So the roots can go very deep inside the surface of the earth and can absorb the underground water and stay and survive. Leaves, we all have studied that they are thorns, so leaves are modified into thorns or spines. Sometimes leaves or stems are also fleshy so that they can store a lot of water. Now, as it's a desert kind of vegetation, so it will be found in the states of Rajasthan and Gujarat, or we can say in the drier parts of the Deccan Plateau. And of course, the Thar Desert is, of course, a region where this kind of vegetation can be easily found. So, Thar Desert you can write there in the case of deserts. Examples are babool, and this is used for gum and cosmetics. Khajur, of course, durable wood and for eating purposes. So these kind of forest, this vegetation is also called as xerophytic. I'm writing it down here in front of you so that you do not miss out on the spelling. It is xerophytic. This kind of vegetation is also called as xerophytic. And why do we call it as xerophytic? Is xerophytic vegetation we already discussed here. They have very long roots so that they can absorb water from deep inside the surface of the earth. Their leaves are modified into thorns or spines, and stems are sometimes fleshy so that they can store a lot of water. Now, the leaves which are into spines or thorns, it is also a kind of a defense mechanism of the plant, because then they can protect themselves from the animals who eat. Now, since animals also look for leaves, and if these leaves are eaten by the animals in a desert area, they will not be able to store a lot of water, and therefore they have to protect themselves so that they do not lose water, and therefore their leaves are modified into spine. That is one reason. Another reason is also that they have to reduce the number of stomata on their body. If they have to reduce the number of stomata on their body, the leaves are again modified into spines or thorns. That is another defense mechanism which the plant adopts or adapts to, so that it does not lose a lot of water. Now, the fourth kind of vegetation which we have to study is the mangrove or the tidal, which is also called as the littoral forest. Tidal means, as the name is very clear, tidal is said because the plants or the trees are found close to the areas where tides occur, and tides we all know occur on the coastal areas. So these kind of trees or these kind of plants are found near the coastal areas. Littoral means onshore, again coastal areas. So these are the trees which are found in coastal areas. Now, since they are found in the coastal areas, they are found both in fresh and salty water. That means these trees are modified in such a manner that they can survive both in fresh and salty water. If you try at your home with your parents' permission, if you start putting salty water into a plant for a few days, you will find that the plant will die, it will not survive. But here, the trees which are found in this area, they are modified, they have adapted themselves in such a way that they survive in salty waters also. Now they have breathing roots, and these breathing roots, it's a wonderful adaptation for survival in soft soil. Since the tide comes in and goes out, the mud is not firm. The soil is not firm in these areas, and these roots are made or adapted in such a manner that they can survive in shifting mud. The soil keeps on moving, but the plant stays wherever it is. That is why they have breathing roots. And some of these roots, they grow vertically upwards, so that when the tide's water is in, these roots can breathe, they can take in oxygen for a longer period of time, and these pores through which they take in oxygen are called as pneumatophores. Pneumatophores. So they are called as pneumatophores. They help the trees to breathe during the high tide when the water is in. Now, these forests are also called as Sundarbans. Reason, because plenty of Sundari trees are found in these forests. So, Sundari, most important because it is a most important tree, and because of which the Ganga Brahmaputra delta is also known as the Sundarbans, and this is used for building of boat and boxes. The other two examples are Gurjan and Hinton, again for boat building and tea chests. And where are they found? As I said, in the coastal area, that is the deltas of Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, and of course in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta. So these forests are found in plenty in those areas, in the coastal areas, and they are called as mangrove or tidal or littoral forest. And in some places it is also referred to as the Sundarbans. The next type of forest which we have to do is the mountain forest. Now these mountain forests, as the name suggests, will be found in the mountainous regions. They will have a mixed vegetation depending upon the height of the mountain and the amount of rainfall that area receives. In the foothill of Shivaliks, we've already studied the Ganga Valley. We find the deciduous trees, example is Sal. After the Shivaliks are over, we get temperate deciduous trees, example oak, chestnut and cheer. And in the higher altitudes, the coniferous forest. You all have studied about the coniferous forest in your previous years. We know that coniferous forest bear cones. It has conical in shape. The leaves are very thin, and the tree has a different kind of a shape. It is down, the branches are down bending so that the snow can easily slide off. Cheer is used for extraction of resin and turpentine, silver fir for paper, pulp and matchboxes, and deodar for construction and railway sleepers. So these are the 5 types of the forest which we have to study, and we have to study the name of the tree for every type of forest plus 2 uses of those forests, of those trees, why those trees are used. So we're going to do this only in this video, and the next one we are going to talk about why the forests are being depleted and how we are going to conserve the forest. But for now, let me be very clear. Kindly underline these things which you find in the video in your book, because we won't have enough time to touch upon all these topics later. Kindly watch the video and mark whatever you can in your book. Bye for now.